my chin to give a sun-kissed look. So let's move on to the lower quadrant. And this is, I've got jowls, and so this is the same contour we used under the eyes. It's got the gray cast, which is more like a true, shadow. And so you're just gonna circle what part you don't want and fill it in just a bit. Don't get it too dark, and press. Don't swipe, and it just press it in, and try to concentrate the pressure of your fingers on the outside of your line there, leaving the inside kind of alone. And then I'm going to do the same hack that I did with my eyes, with having a level of wax that is clear in my lines, that then when I put on my pigment, which I'm using the same concealer I used on my eyelids, when I put on my pigment over that, it's just physically not going to be able to sink down as low. It's impossible for it to. Just, pat that in. Again, don't swipe, because you're going to take all that off. And then gently blow that out. And then for me, once again, I want to keep it as light as possible in there, since I've got a few things on there. So I'm going to use my setting spray instead of translucent setting powder. I've got a cold, you guys, still. Powder. All right, so the nose contour. I don't do this every day, I've got to be honest. I've got a great video on this. This is called, the playlist, is called Smoke and Mirrors. It's got a bunch of great stuff in there. Anyway, this I use, I'm doing just the basic that almost everybody does. The thing I do different for myself personally is I've got thick nostrils. I like to shade those out as well. I like to use a soft brush and blow that out in the same direction that I placed it. And the color I'm using here is kind of more of a bronzer color. But the shade that I used on my nostrils is more of the gray color. And I'm using that with a fluffy brush, so it diffuses it and doesn't look like, and it's a powder, so it doesn't look like, a harsh color change there. All right, moving on still to another quadrant, which is below the neck. And I like to use, I have a double chin-ish, and I have soft skin there. So I like to use my chapstick there as well. Same premise. Fill those lines up with something clear. So on here though, I like to use a contour powder with absolutely no sparkle or shimmer. And just kind of pat that in there, and then you can swipe down where you haven't placed, your chapstick, and go down the neckline to contour that neck. Make sure and get the area underneath your earlobe. That area is really important to make that jaw kind of just pop out and differentiate between your jaw and your new snatch neck. So going down, that's right, don't forget the ears. This one is Milani. It does have a little sparkle in it, and I'm switching to a little bit of a sparkle Milani thing for my décolleté. I don't have many lines there, and my chest. And so I put back up to the lips. I forgot. I put a shimmer on my Cupid's bow and muted that with my finger. And I like to wear long-wearing lipsticks. Now, my hack that I do differently than some people is I like to use it very sparingly on my Cupid's bow and the bow on my lower lip. After I do that, I like to use my finger because, trust me, if you like the natural look, this is just more than enough. I like to use my finger to gently spread that in and up to my water mark of my lip. And so I don't like the demarcation when people put lipstick and then they just stop where people can see. No, you talk and you know, you eat and you drink. And so that line for me needs to go to your watermark in your lip, in your mouth. That's just my personal preference. But all right, well, that was the different parts of my face that and how I address the issues that I have with them. They're all different. My forehead is different than my eyebrow features that I want to take care of, as far as minimizing something or enhancing it. And so that is what I was showing you today, just the different parts of your face and how different issues might be addressed with that. All right, everyone, we will see you here next time. Bye.